name's Steven Stubbs. I'm a music educator, and I took it upon myself to try to review every carbon fiber travel size guitar. In the classroom, they are ideal for a number of reasons. The classroom temperatures go up and down, and so intonation with the wood instruments can be a nightmare. Also the size, if you're interactive with the kids in the classroom, the size is important. You don't want it too large or else it just gets in the way. So, travel size, carbon fiber, Joytar Pro. I was excited when I saw this on Target, and Target said it had an MSRP of $1,150, and it was on sale for $6.99 on clearance. So I got it, and I got it pretty quickly. I opened it up. It was very impressive packaging, super impressive. It looked very nice. It comes with elixir strings, some of my favorite strings, and I was just impressed. And then it has this cool feature to where you've got reverb and some distortion without ever having to plug it into an amplifier. And so I started playing around with that. And that was actually really fun, and I was playing around with that. So, so great, you know. I charged it up. I was playing around with that, and then I looked into it some more, and I can't play this guitar for a week. I just can't. I can't play it for another hour. Certainly not another day. To show you just what a poor quality this guitar is. There's dots on the guitar, right? Oh, those look nice, right? Look at this. See anything wrong? The dots on the top don't even match up. So this dot here, look how far off it is and offset it is here. This one's offset. This one's actually pretty on. So is this one. Oh wait, that one's off. That's not lined up. Look at that. And then, holy cow. If you have OCD at all, this guitar will drive you crazy because it is that poorly built. Wow. Hear that? Hear that? Just not even putting on a fret. Hear that buzz? That's horrible. I'm not even pressing down a fret and it does that. Wow. So I'm just playing it. I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound right. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Actually, if you play like a lot of major stuff, right, it sounds pretty good. You know, I was kind of impressed. I was like, okay, great. But then I started to play some minor things and it just didn't sound right. It just didn't sound right. And I was like, what is going on here? Then I started hearing all this buzzing, right? Hear that? And I was like, okay, there's buzzing, you know, is it the action? Well, the action's actually, you know, pretty low. It comes low. But you know, there's other guitars I have that have action that low that don't buzz. And it was happening, and then, you know, just E minor chord, right? You've got to play it with your two fingers close together. You just have to on the 4th and 5th string on the 2nd fret, right? For the E minor, it's basic. And if I hold my fingers super close together, it actually sounds great. It sounds fine, right? But if they're not in the perfect position, it's not forgiving at all. All of a sudden, you get a buzz on the A string. And all I did was move a little bit. Let me show you this. All I did was move a little bit. So if I hold them perfectly in the center on the 2nd fret, on the D and the A string. Sounds good, right? But if I just move my finger, I'm just gonna move it that much. Now it's still within the fret, like a lot. The A string buzzes a lot. And if you play the chord with different fingers, look, it sounds fine as long as they're bunched up super close together. But if you just move this one on the D string, just the third finger on the D string, just a little bit, you get, I mean, this guitar, if you play perfectly, it actually sounds pretty nice. But it's not forgiving at all. And it makes it difficult when you're playing chords where your fingers have to be close together. Wow, let's try A major. That's 3 fingers close together. Oh my goodness. I can't get my fingers any closer together. And I'm like purposely putting them as, as much and pushing down as hard, much in the center as possible. It is impossible for me to play an A major chord and make it sound good with this guitar. But there's some good news. It actually has this function to where you charge it up, and I just turned it on. You see that green light? It adds like reverb and distortion to the guitar, right? So I just played the same A major chord and it sounded fine. It sounded, because it's got reverb and distortion built into the guitar. And that's kind of a fun thing to play with. But it actually looks like they use it to mask the poor quality of their guitar. But again, if you're playing simple things like a beginner would, to where it's one finger, one string, and it's kind of spread out like I'm going to turn off the reverb. Like a G major chord, right? There's a pretty great tone to it. But man, this guitar's flawed. For over $1,000, this is what you get? Like, wow. What makes me mad is the fact that they put this at a price point of $1,000. And somebody who doesn't know any better is gonna buy this and think they're getting $1,000 guitar when it's garbage. It is complete and utter garbage. As a music educator and someone who's trying to get people to love music, this is something that would kill somebody's love of music from the frustration of not being able to play well, probably thinking that it's their fault because, of course, they have $1,000 guitar, right? Joytar should be ashamed of themselves. This is absolute garbage, and frankly, I'm shocked that Target would sell it, because I love Target. But this is